are you all today? So, we're going to continue with this week's topic, which is, getting an agent. Yesterday, we talked about what an agent is and what an agent is not. Today, we are talking about you being agent ready. Are you? Are you agent ready? Do you have your tools today? So let's talk. Let's talk about, first of all, what you need before you can go looking for an agent. A lot of times people are looking for agents, they don't have any of their materials ready, and don't know what materials they need to get ready. So today we're going to talk about that because you want to come off as a professional, even if you're just starting in the game, even if you just got out of school, you just got out of acting school or college, and you are ready to start landing those jobs. Let's talk about what you need before you meet with the agent. Okay, so it's not so important that you have to have all these credits and you have to have been in these shows. What is important is that you are clear on what it is that you as an actor sell. That is super important. Why? Because that is the way the agent will sell you. Most agents do not know what you sell, won't know what you sell, and will submit you for things that you cannot sell. So you don't want that. You don't want to get frustrated going up for things that you're not right for. And then you feel like, what's the use? I'm not booking any work. I'm going up for wrong things. The agent is frustrated. You want to come looking for an agent knowing what you sell. What is your type? You have to know that. Are you the handyman? Are you the blue collar worker? Are you the white collar worker, meaning you're a lawyer, a doctor, you're a judge? Are you urban? Are you suburban? Are you country? What is it that you sell? When I say country, I mean, you live in the country, you're not sophisticated. Are you the nerd? Are you the intellectual? Are you the pretty girl? Are you the sexy girl? Are you the football star? What is it that you sell? And you got to know what type you are. You have to know what your special sauce is. Are you good at comedy? Are you good at drama? What would you say that right now you are really good at and you could knock it out the park if you had an opportunity to audition for something um, like that? And then you have to know your age casting range. So that is, I play 50 to 55. It's not your real age, it's just what they would see you as. So if you are, I'll tell you a little story. So when I did Stand and Deliver, when I was auditioning for Stand and Deliver, I was actually 27 years old, going up for a 17-year-old, and I looked like I was in high school. And so I booked a job. We're on set, and people are treating me like I'm in high school. I'm 27 years old. So one day we were shooting, and the AD was a little rough with us. He was talking to us like we were kids. And I said, whoa, 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 sir. Don't talk to me like that. I am not a teenager. I am an adult. Speak to me like I am an adult. But I say that to say that that was the age range that I was playing. And I actually played a teenager up until I was 35. And I stopped doing that the day I walked into a casting office, and the casting director said to me, Um, you can't play young people even though you look young. And I just thought, you know what? I've done it long enough. I'll let it go. And there are other actors out there that read very young. I read very young for a very long time. So you need to know your age range. What is it? It's usually a 5 6 year range. Okay, so just so you know that it's usually a 5 6 year range. Then you need to, once you know what your type is, what's special about you in that type, and you know your age range. Now we're cooking with gas. Now let's talk about your pictures. Do those pictures represent what we just talked about? Do they represent what we just talked about? um, so if if you have pictures and you're looking very glamorous, but that is not your type, that's not your brand, and you look older than what you sell, you're doing yourself a disservice. So you got to make sure your pictures look like you, because that's the first thing people will see. Your headshot, when you put it up on a casting site, the first thing they're going to see is your photo. If your photo doesn't look like you, and it's not, that picture should represent what you sell. It shouldn't be like a nice picture. It should represent what you sell. If you're selling a bad guy, it should look like a bad guy. If you're selling a mom, that picture should look like a mom, because they're scrolling. Casting directors are scrolling. So you got to catch their eye pretty quick. Um, so you want to make sure you are selling in your headshot what it is that you want to sell in the business. Okay. Then let's talk about your resume. Maybe you haven't done much. Maybe you've done some extra work. Don't put that in your resume. If you are trying to submit for a speaking role, don't put extra work, because they're not going to take you serious. You want to, I would suggest you put down theater if you've done theater. If you haven't done theater, put down shorts if you've done short films. If you haven't done short films, go do a couple of short films. Even if you've got to get your friends together and you guys come up with a story and shoot a short, um, put down some shorts that you've done, put down some theater that you've done, even monologues that you've done. I would say put the play of that. Put what I did for what is I'm drawing a blank to some of the plays. I did Antigone. Put that down. Whatever the play is that you, Mary of Scots. I did for Color Girls. I did West Side Story. Put that down. Put your theater down, because that is impressive. They go, oh, she's done theater. They're going to take you seriously that you've done theater, even though you haven't done any film work or whatever. Um, the next thing is, so we talked about what you sell. Most important, before you can take photos, you got to know what it is that you sell, and it's got to reflect in the photo, the headshot. Again, the headshot is right above your head to right above your breast area. Okay. Not a full body shot. That is not a headshot. A headshot is like this, people. It is like this. So make sure that you are given a headshot action, and that your resume, you have what theater you've done, who you've studied with in your resume. You also have your skills. Are you a great roller skater? Are you a great singer, a dancer? What kind of dance? Put that down. All of that goes into your resume. Um, if you ride horses, if you are a skateboarder, if you are physical activities, and if you speak different languages, definitely put that down. If you're good with accents, put that down. If you're a great improviser, Put that down. Put all of your skill sets in your resume. Um, and you can go online and get the format for resumes. One of my favorite tools that I use as an actor is called canva.com, and Canva has acting resume templates that you can just put your stuff in, just swap out what they have and put your stuff in. And it's really, I highly, highly, highly recommend Canva for everything for the actor that has to do with graphics and all that stuff. I'm gonna do a whole big. I did a video on it that you can catch on my YouTube channel, Lydia Nicole Live. But I also am gonna do another one because they just have everything now, and they're also utilizing AI. They are phenomenal. Anyway, getting back to being agent ready. So the next thing, let's talk about your digital presence. How does your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube, your Facebook, how do your social media pages look? You need to clean them up. Have them looking like it is from a professional actor. Don't put nonsense in there. Don't put gossip in there. Don't drag people in your social media pages. Make it professional. When they come to your page, it should be about you as an artist. Maybe their quotes. Maybe you put a clip of Meryl Streep or Denzel Washington, or somebody that you admire, or a director or a producer or an acting teacher, or you doing an audition, or you put up a monologue of yourself. It should include, it should represent, not include, it should represent you, the actor. If you want to have a page where you do silly things, make that page private. Nobody needs to see that page. That's your page. Nobody needs to see it. Only the people who are subscribing to that. The next thing is make sure that you are subscribed to Casting Network, Actors Access, IMDb Pro. I would say IMDb Pro first, and then Casting Networks, Actors Access, and whatever other sites for casting that you think you should be, you should have your stuff. Also know that these sites cost money. You can pay monthly or you can pay yearly. So you need to have those pages up to date, meaning your current picture. You should have, we didn't talk about this, so let's talk about this right now. A demo reel. A demo reel should be no more than between 2 to 3 minutes, giving a taste of what you do. So you should have in that demo reel 2 to 3 scenes. Your scene should be no longer than 45 seconds to a minute. That way they go, oh, okay, she played a rape victim, she played a student, she played a burn victim, blah 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 blah. And then they get to see a sample of your acting work. So but that demo reel, you want to keep it clean. It should look like you're a professional. And I would suggest that if you're doing a demo reel, find a reputable place that makes demos. There are places in Los Angeles that you can go to that they actually will write out the scenes and give you a partner to do the scene with, and they make them look like it's a real movie or television show. So do that. And I will, just a side note, in Spain, they have amazing companies who will shoot out your videos. I mean, they do a fantastic job. There's one in Madrid and one in Barcelona, and people come from all over Europe to get their demo reel done with them. They're phenomenal. I mean, I was so impressed. I want to go back and do a demo reel with them because they really are high level. So But most of us can't just jump on a plane and get to Spain to get our reels done. But there are places that will do your reels here that do a really good job. So if you need a demo reel, look for production companies who shoot them out, and they do a wonderful job. So what did we cover today? We covered you can submit to an agent if you're just starting out, but you need the tools. Be prepared with the tools. Know what it is that you sell. Um, Make sure that the headshot is selling what it is that you believe you sell. That you have a resume. And again, if you haven't worked as an actor yet, um, put theater, put who you've studied with, put who, in what you do, your skill sets. If you speak different languages, if you are good at boxing or yoga or different things that you do. Um, Something I would say to you as a new actor starting out, before you go looking for that agent, make sure you take a co-reading class, because a lot of times you may go into the office and they'll want you to read um, a scene or copy. Usually they want you to read copy if you're meeting with a commercial agent. So two classes for you to take. The first one is co-reading for theatrical. The second one is a commercial class. One of my favorite commercial classes is Reel to Reel with Judy Kane. Phenomenal. She is one of the best. She's an actor and she's won like a bazillion awards in commercials. She's done over 400 commercials. She's done over 200 TV shows. And she really breaks it down for you, and she gets you ready to go meet with commercial agents. And she also has a class where you are working on your copy, you're working on your commercials, and she will bring in industry people like agents and managers and casting directors. I love Reel to Reel. I highly recommend them. And with co-reading classes, I find co-reading classes, even if you've been acting for a long time, they just keep you sharp. Um, Something that I always did the beginning of pilot season, I would take my co-reading class. I would go and take a co-reading class because I found that it increased my uh, bookability. I would book more parts because I was ready. I was off the page. I had all that stuff fresh in me. And as an actor, our body is our instrument, and we have to keep it tuned. Just because you took a class one time doesn't mean you are a master in it. You took a class, but you have to stay in class. You have to keep going to the gym. If you want a great body, you have to go to the gym. You have to work out. You have to train. Well, that's how it is with acting. You got to keep training. You never stop taking classes. You never stop working on your craft, because that is what you sell as an actor, is your ability to be quick, your ability to be able to pivot when the director gives you a new direction. You want to be able to do it. If he says go here, or she says, hey, I need you in this scene, don't cry, I need you to be mad, you need to be able to pivot that emotion quickly. And the best way to be ready like that is always to be in class. Keep your instrument going. And I love acting classes. I have interviewed a ton of acting teachers. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see all the teachers that I've interviewed, from Ivana Chubbuck to Ken Lerner to, oh my God, the list goes on and on. Marcy Smolin, Kimberly Jensen, and I will continue to interview acting teachers, because you connecting with an acting teacher is huge. It is just huge. And when you find the one that works for you, because there are all kind of great teachers out there, but you might not connect with them, you know. And so you want to find that teacher that you connect with, that you feel like, okay, you can be vulnerable with them, because they're, you know, the whole purpose of having an acting teacher is they start to help you uh, define what it is that you sell. They get you sharp. They get you ready. So I am a big proponent of always taking acting classes and finding that teacher that fit. There's Margie Haber, there's Larry Moss, there's Howard Fine. There are just so many great teachers. John Markland. There are so many great teachers out there, but you got to find the one that works for you, that you connect with, that you feel like, yeah, because you kind of become a team with that teacher, you know. And a lot of times that teacher would probably coach you for parts. So know that and be ready. Make sure, last thing I'll say, with your tools, your headshot, your resume, your demo reel, and well, we didn't talk about this, but your self-tape skills. For those of you who are not comfortable with self-taping, there are actually classes that teach self-taping. Again, Judy Kane is one. Her school is called Reel to Reel, and they do a great job teaching you about doing a great self-tape, and how to set up your camera, how or your phone to do the self-tape. You want to find a dedicated place in your house or your apartment that it is the lights are set up, the tripod is set up, so you can just go there and shoot out those self-tapes. So you want to make sure all of that you are good at. And again, without experience as an actor working professionally, but these are tools that you got to have, and they come because you're taking acting classes, you are working on your craft, you are ready now to go meet an agent. So when you go to meet the agent, he knows exactly what you're selling, and he or she will be able to submit you properly, and your chances of booking work skyrocket. You know, when you are really specific in what you sell, you book a lot of jobs. When I first came to LA, the thing that I knew was what I sold. And because of that, I booked work all the time. If it was for a specific role that I was right for, I booked. And then maybe every other season, I tweaked it a little bit. So as we started the new season of casting, one year I was the victim, another year I was the thug, another year I was the sassy girl. But I was very specific in what I sold. I made sure my picture represented what I sold. So there was no misunderstanding of me going in for a mom when that wasn't what I was playing. I was playing a high school student. So be specific in your headshot of what you sell. I can't stress that enough. The headshot is most important. And if your headshot is on the mark, when you submit your stuff to agents, they're all going to call you in. One thing I can tell you is because I was so clear on what I sold, that no matter who the agent was that I submitted to, they all called me in. I got to meet them all. And then I found the one that I wanted to represent me. So if you want to get more information on the business, if you are looking for anything to do with acting, please go to my YouTube channel, go to my YouTube channel, Lydia Nicole Live, and you will see a bunch of playlists. I have over 800 videos to help you, the actor, because I want you to win. I want you to win. I want you to win. Do you hear that? I want you to kick butt in this industry. And I want you to be ready. I see a lot of people out there talking to actors about book this job. No, I want you to have a career, okay? I want you to have a career. So, with that said, God bless you. Have a phenomenal day. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. We'll continue with the agent stuff tomorrow. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Have a phenomenal day today. I love you because you are an actor. You're like God. You create things. Awesome. Bye bye.